Whether you've switched insurance providers or were simply trying to schedule an appointment with a new doctor, chances are that you've heard those dreaded words, out of network. But what does that really mean? Let's start by looking at what in-network means. When a doctor, hospital, or other healthcare provider accepts your insurance plan and is considered a preferred provider, they are in-network. This means the healthcare provider has negotiated a contracted rate with your insurance company. This results in a lower price for your medical care. On the contrary, when a doctor or facility providing care does not have a contract with your insurance, they are out of network. Typically, that means you'll need to cover more of the cost for your care. If you choose to receive medical care from an out-of-network provider, it's best to ask upfront what they will charge for the service to better understand what you may pay for care. Cochlear is the sole provider of the technology and replacement equipment and some parts and accessories needed to use the sound processor, therefore must be purchased from Cochlear. If Cochlear is not an in-network provider with your insurance, or an expense is billed out of network, an in-network exception may be granted. Let's take a look at an example. A doctor charges $250 for an office visit. That is the amount that you would pay if you walked in without any insurance. For those in-network, your insurance company has a contract with the doctor's office, so you will only be charged $120 for an office visit. Depending on how your insurance plan works, part of the $120 may be paid by the insurance company, and the remaining balance may be paid by you. But once the total of $120 is received, the bill is paid in full. If you are out of network, you will be charged $250, and your insurance company will likely cover less or none of this amount. Just remember, before you go to a doctor, it's always a good idea to call and ask if they take your insurance plan. In the end, remaining in network typically means you get the most personalized, affordable, and coordinated care. We have proudly helped people here for over 30 years, and we hope you here now and always. Please keep in mind that if you choose to self-pay for an item generally covered by insurance, you may not be able to submit a claim on your own if Cochlear is contracted with your private insurance provider. Please visit us here to see if we are contracted with your insurance provider. If we are contracted with your insurance provider, we suggest placing your order through Cochlear's reimbursement and insurance services. If you seek reimbursement on your own, you will be solely responsible for any amounts to include contractual or discounted payments that your insurance provider does not cover.